Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. It's been a short while since we talked about a theory coming straight from the all-new Ninjago novel titled Quest for the Lost Powers, a book that really doesn't need any sort of introduction, as we have already discussed it so much on the channel over this past month. But with that being said, this video isn't just going to be your typical rant about this book and the contents of it, because, personal thoughts aside, this particular theory is very, very interesting, no doubt about it, and it all comes full circle with the upcoming Ninjago Season 2. Let's find out more. So then, just to preview this entire theory a little more for you right here, this whole situation merges a few main central topics we've already been discussing a lot on the channel in the somewhat near past, as it actually does revolve around the events of Ninjago's upcoming 2023 installment, and what's truly going to be happening there, and it also does heavily revolve around the situation with the ninjas' elemental powers, and how exactly they are going to be getting them back, and how this is going to play out in terms of both the show, and also in this novel. Essentially, however, I would really like to bring up a potential scenario here that could make sense to this entire situation, as people recently, including myself to be quite honest, have been pretty upset that there is a big chance of the ninja getting their powers back within this book, and having this kind of glossed over within the main show itself. This is something that I'm just not on board with whatsoever. However, this scenario that I've come up with brings a whole lot more sense to this entire thing, I guess you could say, and that would be, simply, what if the time jump into this new season is just so big, so dramatic, that the ninja not getting their powers back within the season, well, it just kind of won't matter in the first place. So many other things would have happened during this major time skip that theoretically would have happened, that the ninja getting their powers back and not having it explained in the season itself, well, it kind of just won't even matter to begin with in the first place. That is the exact theory and scenario that I'm bringing up in this video. Obviously, though, it is just all theoretical, of course, but to an extent, I think this would be pretty cool. We know that supposedly the upcoming season isn't a reboot from all that's been said. It is just kind of like a new series, but it isn't a reboot at the same time. So, I mean, maybe possible. But it's also absolutely worth mentioning here before we head out that this is just wishful thinking more than anything. It could also be viewed as just blatantly denying the truth too, as, well, maybe the harsh reality of this whole thing is that the ninja getting their powers back really is just something that's just kind of not touched on in the series itself, and instead is something mostly exclusive to the novel. It's a real shame, but it is what it is, I suppose, and that really is the harsh reality we're dealing with here when it does come to this. Still, though, I mostly do enjoy this idea regardless, even just as a theoretical type thing. I think a time skip could be pretty solid, depending on how the entire thing is executed. So, yeah, honestly, I like this theory quite a whole lot, and I would be more than happy to see something like this actually take place and happen, or at least just something similar, you know. I would love to see this actually happen, as it would definitely make this whole, the season not covering the elemental power return type thing, and that whole deal, a lot better, and things would go a lot more smoother in my opinion. But again, at the same time, it's just worth saying that this whole thing is entirely wishful thinking, and could also just be viewed as me denying the truth here with this entire theory, as, well, maybe the real expectation is just that things will just be as blunt as we've already discussed in the past, which is a real shame, but still. And even just aside from all of that, this theory, still very fun to discuss in the first place, and who knows, maybe something like this will actually be happening. Time will tell. With all of this being said, though, feel free to leave any of your own thoughts and opinions on this below in the comments. I would absolutely love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. If you did enjoy today's video, though, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and hit the notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new content as soon as I post it every single day. And with all of this being said, everybody, I will see you all very soon for my next one. Goodbye.